Our sun obediently follows a path along the ecliptic. The ecliptic anciently was once called the line of truth. Our sun stays within this narrow band of the sky. It never strays from its course. It never goes beyond its boundaries of the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. And as it travels along the line of truth, it creates what's called a sine wave. Also known as a sin wave. When the sun is above the ecliptic or the line of truth and starts to travel above, anything above this line is where we get spring and summer, photosynthesis, growth, life. Here you live. And the sun continues to fall here, and it falls until it's weighed and balanced by Libra and falls below the ecliptic line. That's literally where the fall comes from. And here becomes dark and cold, and things die. It's literally the opposite of living. It's a reverse mirror image of what happens when you're above the ecliptic line. So here things are good, here things are bad. Light, dark, good, evil. Yin, yang, electric, magnetic. Hot, cold, life, death. There are 4 points along this path that are really important to understand. That is the spring equinox, summer solstice, fall equinox, and the winter solstice. Equinox, because that means that there's equal day and equal night. March 21st, September 21st. Solstices. Solstice means to stand still, because when the sun is here and the sun is here, the sun appears to stand still for 3 days. Here it looks like it's dead, it doesn't move. It just stays in one space instead of moving across the sky. Solstice, stand still. Equinox, equal day, equal night, equilibrium, perfection along the line of truth. Okay, I've put here the constellations that are within the sun's path. Ideally, these constellations would be staying within the path of the sun here. However, you wouldn't be able to see them if I made them that small, but keep that in mind, that these constellations are within the path of the sun. Here are the 4 cardinal points. Cardinal meaning door or hinge, because they open the door to the seasons. Here, this opens the door to the spring. This opens the door to the summer. This opens the door to the fall. This opens the door to winter. These points are important. This is where all of our holy days are. This is where Easter is. This is where the Passover is, because the sun passes over the ecliptic. These 4 points anciently have been known by many names. These are the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse: the pale horse, the green horse, the red horse, the black horse. The equinox. These were known as the 2 pillars, the 2 thieves, the 2 covenants, the tree of life, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Why is this the tree of life? Because Aries, the Lamb of God, is here. When the sun is in Aries, he's the Lamb of God. This is where new life begins. The wool of the lamb, the white of the wool of the lamb, represented the white of the blossoms of the spring. Tree of life. Here, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Well, yes, you've learned about the good. Here, the good. Now, you're going to learn about the evil. And so for those who may be kind of afraid of the Zodiac, I want to show you that this is a linear graph of the path of the sun. What the Zodiac is a circular graph of this. So if I were to make a circular graph, there you have it. The Zodiac. There's nothing woo about it. It's nature.
As above, so below. Our own bodies are their own universe. It's not surprising to discover that the 12 zodiac signs actually represent the parts of our own bodies. Aries, the headstrong ram, represents our head and our ability to think and move forward. Taurus, the bull, the animal with a yoke around its neck, represents our neck and shoulders, a symbol of our burdens and power to change direction. Gemini, the twins, are a symbol of duality. These symbols are replicated by the two lips of our mouth and our two arms. Cancer is represented by a crab, which carries a shell as its home. It's the mother of the zodiac. Cancer represents our breasts, a symbol of our care and nourishment. In the center spotlight is Leo, the lion, which stands as the heart of the zodiac, embodying passion, authenticity, and courage. Virgo, symbolized by the Virgin, is connected to the bowels and stomach, representing purity, health, and a sense of order. Libra, represented by the scales, symbolizes balance, reflecting the way the lower back and hips help balance the body. Libra's themes are justice, peace, balance, and harmony, depicted in the sky. Scorpio, the scorpion, is associated with the reproductive regions, mirroring the themes of transformation, life, death, and the taboo. Sagittarius, imagined as a centaur archer, symbolizes excitement, adventure, and the deeper aspects of this world through its association with the thighs. Capricorn, the goat and the father of the zodiac, represents governance, careers, and trailblazing, symbolized by the knees. Aquarius, represented by a water bearer in the sky, signifies the calves that carry us forward, serving humanity and fostering unity. Pisces, the fish and the last sign of the zodiac, fittingly represents the feet, symbolizing intuition and fluidity in life's journey. With this special knowledge, we realize our uniqueness and usefulness, but even more, the power that comes from uniting as one body on the same team. Pattern. If you look at a constellation opposite to the one you're focusing on, it will always have an opposing theme. For example, Libra, the scales of balance, has Aries, the god of war, opposing to it. Aries represents I am, or the self, while Libra represents the partner, or the other person. Libra holds a central place in the sky and represents harmony, partnership, and balance, which can be seen as a symbol of how truth should be determined or measured. Libra's two scales signify balance, reflecting the paradoxical nature of the entire zodiac. Each opposite constellation in the sky complements its counterpart. For example, Aries and Libra represent the self and the other partner, respectively. This cosmic design encourages us to consider opposing views and weigh different truths, much like Libra's scales. This arrangement in the heavens suggests that God has provided clues in His creation to guide us in loving, harmonious, and happy relationships. Understanding the opposites with the zodiac can help us grasp the complexity of the celestial arrangement. Take, for example, Taurus, which symbolizes abundance, paradise, and what we possess. On the opposite end, Scorpio represents themes of death and what belongs to others. Gemini, the twins, symbolize duality and basic learning, while Sagittarius, depicted as a focused arrow, signifies higher learning, religion, and the sciences. Moving on to Cancer, it embodies the mother figure of the zodiac, representing home, motherhood, and nurturing. Its counterpart, Capricorn, symbolizes the father archetype, emphasizing governance, punishment, and the willingness to remove obstacles in our path. Leo, the majestic lion, represents the central character on the celestial stage, embodying qualities like passion, authenticity, and drama. In contrast, Aquarius, the servant water bearer, signifies humility, humanitarianism, social structure, and the pursuit of what's right for humanity. Lastly, Virgo, symbolized as the Virgin, represents our earthly birth and purity. It embodies order and organization. Pisces, its counterpart, is represented by two fish. One fish ascends to the heavenly realms, while the other, the lower fish, succumbs to addiction, traps, and cycles due to impurities. The heavenly arrangement suggests that God has encoded the universe with paradoxes. It encourages us to pause and contemplate the nature of truth before engaging in arguments with others. Consider that God has provided a space for opposing perspectives in the sky, like Libra's scales at the center. Perhaps we should weigh and measure two truths instead of favoring one and dismissing the other. There may be moments when the assertiveness of Aries is necessary, and times when the balance and fairness of Libra should prevail. We might find value in embracing the authenticity of Leo while also making room for righteous actions, as Aquarius holds significance in the grand design of the cosmos. May we learn to embrace all that is good on both sides.